Hello everybody, I'm on to the West Ham, my YouTube channel. It's Corey, and it was 0-0 versus Fulham at Craven Cottage in a massively disappointing performance. For me, there were so many errors in the way that we played in terms of we allowed Fulham to have a lot of the possession. We pressed very lazily. We didn't go and win the ball. I mean, Fulham dominated the midfield. We couldn't live with the likes of Loftus-Cheek, who was picking up positions. They were playing through the lines. It is something that I saw in the preview, but I didn't think West Ham would be so easily able to allow teams to play through them like that, and we were awful. We didn't compete enough. We didn't get forward enough. The only concession, or the only positive, if I can even pick one out of this game, was the fact that early doors we had a few crosses from Aaron Cresswell that troubled that Fulham defence, and Bowen maybe could have nicked a goal, or possibly West Ham could have taken their chances. But from an attacking sense, I thought West Ham were incredibly poor. Fulham, credit to them, they pushed us back a lot of the times. They kept us in our own half. We couldn't get out really. They just had the possession a lot and were trying to hurt us, and again they created chance after chance, and it felt really poor from West Ham. And even when we got that ball forward into the likes of Lingard and Antonio, individual errors, the lack of quality and hold up play or runs in behind or ability to link up at all was massively frustrating. I haven't seen quite a game like that this season. There are so few moments to talk about because Fulham had a lot of the ball, dominated the possession, and we just didn't compete enough. And I thought Declan Rice, in a pivot role, maybe we could go and press from the front foot, but they packed the midfield, they won a lot of the ball in the midfield, and they played through us, and they made it very easy for us. And even though they played with almost those false front three dropping in deep at times, they were looking for that ball over the top. They were hoping West Ham went and go and pressed up as a back line, and we didn't do that enough in the first half. We didn't push our back line enough. We didn't push our fullbacks up enough. I mean, allowed Fulham to have the ball. So from that perspective, I thought it was very lazy. I thought we should have taken the game to Fulham, created chances, and again, I understand the conservatism. That is something that David Moyes employs within his side. Second half, we come out. It's slightly more positive. We're trying to introduce the fullbacks a little bit more. Obviously, let's talk about it. Mickey Antonio going off injured with allegedly a hamstring injury. This was always going to happen. I didn't think he had a great game by any stretch of the imagination at all. I don't think he offered anything going in beyond. Hold-up play, it was incredibly poor from him. But to lose him to injury now gives us a real headache in terms of who we can bring into the side to play the way we used to play. It will change the dynamic of the team. We'll have to press up. We can't do like we did against the first half against Fulham. Second half against Fulham, we introduced the fullbacks a little bit more. Obviously, Yarmolenko and Noble coming on for Bowen and Benrahma says everything that you need to go. I thought both of them actually as well were poor defensively. They didn't help us out at times. We didn't get any transitions at all in turnover. The transition was so poor throughout the game, and I understand putting Noble in there to show up the midfield because we were getting dominated, and Declan Rice pushed forward a little bit for maybe 10-15 minutes, and we started to create a little bit more. But in terms of actual quality in that final third, I thought it was completely absent. There was no man running in and beyond. There was no clear chances on goal. I thought Lingard, despite his fantastic performance on Wednesday night, was absent for most of the game, lost the ball on a number of occasions. It was an incredibly poor performance, both individually and tactically, and we didn't win the game in the midfield, and we didn't put a stop to it or try and affect it. And when we did go and press them, Fulham came back, cut through our midfield incredibly easy. I thought Loftus-Cheek was their best player, was easily able to pick up the ball, and Lookman and Mitrovic, as they introduced them, Madge, were able to get on and have chances on goal. I think the only reason why West Ham didn't lose this game is because how ineffective Fulham are in terms of being in front of goal, but equally playing in behind. And even so, they had chances where they got in behind that West Ham back line. It was terrible. It was absolutely awful. I'm massively disappointed. I haven't seen a performance like that since Newcastle. Now, let's talk about Mike Dean. So, West Ham had a free kick in the very last minute of the game, and he's the judge that Souček has essentially fouled Mitrovic with an elbow. It is the most disgusting, baseless decision I have seen in a long time. I would say that, except the fact that it happens with Mike Dean every single week. This guy, it's all about him. It's a circus act for him. He wants as much attention on him as possible. Again, you see it, Mitrovic has pushed him slightly, and as he's gone to get away from him, his elbow's come up and it's grazed him on the head. Mitro's made a massive deal out of it, and even to a degree, I don't think he even wanted Souček to get sent off for it. I think he wanted a breakdown in play. But it's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of VAR going over to the monitor, looking for decisions where they aren't there. You've taken intent out of the game, you've taken context out of the game. And what was an incredibly poor performance from West Ham and a well set up performance from Fulham, you've made it all about the refereeing decisions once again. I'm sick and tired of this week in, week out. It doesn't work. Not only, VAR to a degree gives you an opportunity. These referees are abusing it, and it's actually showcasing the poor standard of officiating in this country. We have been okay this season. We haven't been done by the likes of VAR too many times. That is absolutely appalling. It has to be rescinded for me. There's absolutely no way that can't be rescinded. You look at Souček as well, as a person, as a character, as a player. It's not even in his nature. And he hasn't even gone intentionally to hurt Mitrovic. So again, a really, really disappointing note to an incredibly disappointing game. I can't pull any, positives out of it. I thought Soufal at times was hurt too many times by Robinson. He had free roam over there. He didn't get any protection. It was a lazy, poor performance from West Ham United. And I'm absolutely despondent with that. I know we'll pick it up. I'm sure we will. We've shown it this season, but I don't want to see that on Tuesday night. We have to get the game plan right. We have to compete a bit more in that midfield. Way too easy. You give that against Manchester United with the likes of Fernandes, Cavani dropping deep, Martial, Rashford playing inverted. We will get picked apart very, very easily. So again, I'm going to end it here. I've actually massively got the ump with the whole thing. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that performance and that officiating decision. Make sure you like the video as always, and make sure you subscribe to the West Ham Way if you're new. Predicted 11 tactical breakdown videos will be out from Manchester United on Monday, or I'll do a live build-up show as I've done today. But take care, everyone. Try and enjoy your weekend. I know it was disappointing, but I will see you all very shortly. Take care.